Leonardo DiCaprio is attractive, but like lately, I don't know, like his movies are good, but I feel like I don't like him as a person as much as I used to. But then again, I don't really know him. I just think it's kind of gross. He was an example, and we're talking about him. I just think it's awkward that he's dating women like 20 plus younger.
Well, heaven...
Wait, you have literally got a bunch of sugar daddies who are fucking you for money, and you put... How is this any different?
Because
you don't see the hypocrisy
because
here.
it's for money. Because it's for money.
See, but you...
So, she does it for money. Therefore, we could all agree on something simple. She's a hoe. One who gets paid in exchange for her services, to be more specific. Look, modern men have been so brainwashed by the feminist ideology to the degree that they don't see they're criticizing the very things they do. DiCaprio dating younger chicks because they're hotter than women his age is evil, but her dating older guys because they can spoil her and or bang her better is more than okay. It's almost a right for here. Now, here's an important question about this feminist hypocrisy. Are women strong and independent or weak and vulnerable? Feminists can't decide. It's somewhat fluid if you think about it. When it's convenient, they're strong and independent, yet when they see fit, they're suddenly weak and vulnerable. A man who's not clear about what he is or wants is a failure, but these women are applauded for being whatever they want, whenever they want, even if they're delusional. Check this out.
I don't want to be rude or mean or anything, but I was at a dinner with this woman who was so obese. She was telling me how she couldn't find any swimwear for girls who are curvy. I thought to myself, oh my god, like you're refusing to live in reality. You're delusional. I am curvy, you are obese. And she kept referring to herself as curvy. Women, they take no accountability and they don't live in reality. She's delusional.
Curvy, yeah. And I declare myself the most handsome man out there, so I deserve the hottest woman alive even if I don't work, train, or do anything with my life for that matter. More on that in a second. In today's video, we're diving deep into modern women's hypocrisy, their feminist brainwashing, and why this is keeping them single. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Robert Playdell 6527. He said, if it's all risk and no benefit, it is no wonder men are walking away. And Robert, you're absolutely right. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or the one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button too, as it helps a lot. Now back to the video.
Embrace your masculinity.
Are you afraid to like look back when you're walking down the street?
Speaking of that, when it comes to the threat of physical violence, men are more likely to be victims of violent crime.
By who? What gender is more likely to assault the men?
That's victim blaming.
Men are...
The gender of the perpetrator does nothing to diminish the fact that somebody has been victimized.
I'm not saying...
Just because,
you're reframing my words in a way that I do not want to be...
It's a fallacious argument. You said that, oh, Brian, are you ever scared of having to look over your shoulder? Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And I pointed out that actually the reality is, despite the fact that women might feel more vulnerable or might feel less safe, doesn't mean that in actuality you actually are more unsafe than men are. And as somebody who's been physically assaulted, yes, I am very aware of, like, if I go outside, that I could be physically assaulted.
It's completely
That's not
valid.
just a woman thing. Women will frequently argue, you don't have to be worried about going out at night and getting jumped. Actually, yes, men do.
Are you saying that you're weak?
Oh my gosh.
You are reframing my words in a way that I do not want because it shows how stupid my argument is. It's not me who says that though. It's what these women really mean. You can always see through a woman's hypocrisy because, let's face it, these days, it's not that hard. All these women are literally the same. Well, different shapes and sizes, but the same mentality. The diversity we all hear about is, well, diversity in terms of looks, but if you dare to think differently, get ready to be ostracized. Modern women have no critical thinking skills, so they do what's in their power to fit in and get the approval of other women who don't really give an F about them. Talk about the pursuit of real happiness and their truth. Whatever that means, of course. Let's expose the modern women's hypocrisy, shall we? But before we do so, hit that like button and show us some love in the comments. Look, feminism is now commonplace. It's the ruling ideology. It's like a Trojan horse for socialism, and I'm not even joining. You, as a man, probably pay thousands of dollars a year in taxes. And what's that money used for? To increase the paychecks of divorce attorneys and public employees who want your woman to divorce you? Well, that's true, but not the entire story. Then, when women divorce you, boom, you'll probably be forced to pay child support and alimony when, back in the day, your ex told you how useless you were and how strong and independent she was. This, fellas, is the real hypocrisy of feminism. They're strong and independent when it's convenient, and they're poor victims when it's convenient too. This ideology has penetrated society so much that it has plagued multiple countries all over the world. Is this accidental? No, it's not. People often think it sprouted up in places where women were oppressed big time, right? Nope, not really. Surprisingly, feminism decided to kick it in countries with fat wallets and stability. You know, the ones that got rich through dudes going out and conquering stuff. If feminism was all about fighting oppression, you'd expect places like Chad or Ghana to be overflowing with feminists. But nope, most of them are chilling in the developed hotspots like the US, UK, and Sweden. Feminists love dissing the idea that a woman's looks matter. They'd be all like, looks shouldn't be a big deal, but throw a comment their way about not being supermodel material and watch out for the fireworks. So, what's the deal with that double standard? These feminists push for guys to step up on the housework front to keep things equal, but catch them volunteering for some heavy lifting or digging in mines? Nope, that's not happening. Equality seems to take a backseat when it comes to certain tasks. They talk a big game about switching up traditional gender roles, but going full-on breadwinner? Nah, not their jam. They're more into partners with fat paychecks, making us wonder how aligned their ideals really are with their personal choices. As we always say around here, women love to have their cake and eat it too. In the dating scene, feminists might call out a dude for going after a good-looking gal, calling him shallow and superficial. But if a woman bags a guy way out of her league, oh, that's a you go girl moment. Feminists throw down about equal opportunities for guys in household chores and female-dominated jobs like nursing. But hey, let's not forget about the tough gigs like mining and sewer work that don't always make it to the equality chat. Like, if women want equality, so be it, but they might as well be a little bit more coherent. Here's the kicker. Feminists holler for equality, but when it comes to picking partners, they often lean towards the one raking in more dough, throwing financial security as their get-out-of-jail card. Does that jive with their whole equality agenda? You be the judge.
Women time the fight for equality brilliantly. I mean, brilliant. 5,000 years, men, we were fighting lions and tigers and hunting buffalo, and women were like, we'll just pick the berries. You guys got that. That's, you guys, all right. Woo! You guys are brave. Look at, wow, so courageous. Look at you hunting that buffalo. Second they put air conditioning in office buildings, women are like, we want equality. You played the long game, ladies. Well done. Well done. Played the long game. But you still bleed once a month. Joke's on you. All right.
The women got paid out from a pool of $30 million from the Women's World Cup. The men The Women's World Cup players get paid out 20% of the total revenue. The men get paid out 7%. As a percentage point, they are getting much more. The problem is, for anybody desiring equal pay, and by the way, I think equal pay is a ridiculous concept in and of itself. If the women generate more revenue, they should get paid more than the men. Don't strive for getting the same, strive for getting what you're worth.
As you can tell, this feminist BS, in particular equality, is somewhat unclear. You don't really know whether these women want equality or not. When it comes to pay, sure, they do. But when it comes to, providing value in a relationship, that's not the case. Plus, when it comes to the law itself, these women want to be treated as if they're the royal family. We're not done exposing this feminist hypocrisy, but before we do so, hit that like button and show us some more love in the comments. Feminist movements like #HeForShe throw gender roles at men, ironically, the very roles feminists claim to fight against. The catch? You better do it for the ladies' benefit, not because it suits you naturally or feels right. And forget about expecting your masculinity to be acknowledged while you're playing the strong and commanding shield for women against other men. Your humanity takes a backseat to your role as a protector and burden bearer. Campaigns like Don't Be That Guy pull the same stunt, making every man responsible for women's safety based on standards or masculinity. The message is clear: uphold these standards or you're failing. Meanwhile, feminists feel entitled to dictate which feelings men are allowed to express. Feeling girly? Sure, you're a feminist. Need human companionship? Creep alert. Hurt by rejection? Now you're a misogynist. Resent the impact of circumcision? Don't expect sympathy from feminists. They're too busy downplaying your concerns and insisting that women, who often enjoy legal protection for genital integrity, have it worse. Heartbroken over losing your kids in a divorce? Don't count on feminists for support. They're too busy resisting equal parenting legislation. Seeking equal reproductive rights? Feminists won't be your ally. They're occupied pushing for stricter child support enforcement against you. Facing abuse from a woman? Feminism won't lend a hand. For over 40 years, they've dismissed such cases, suggesting it's preemptive self-defense or denying it altogether. Traumatized by assault from a woman? Feminist research conveniently avoids acknowledging such experiences to paint sexual violence as male behavior, placing blame on you. Destroyed by false accusations? Feminists won't be sympathetic. They'll tell you it's not as bad as the crime you were accused of or dismiss it as rare, downplaying the severity. In essence, men are told to express their feelings, but only when convenient for feminists. When faced with rape, abuse, alienation, or false accusations by a woman, your emotions take a backseat to a female victim narrative. What's expected of you? Take dance classes, get your ass waxed, and reserve your tears for when bad things happen to women, because your struggles don't matter much in the grand feminist scheme. But hey, it's definitely not about hating men, right? Look at what Emma Watson said.
I have realized that fighting for women's rights has too often become synonymous with man-hating. If there is one thing I know for certain, it is that this has to stop.
Man-hating is what feminism is all about. Look, modern women say it's all about equality and other socialist terms they love to throw around. But at the end of the day, these women want to become the elite and get men to adore them. Anyway, we don't worship women here because 1, we're not simps, and 2, worshiping women is also a sin. But hey, let's not be that extremist and religious, okay? We don't want to be like these feminists who live their lives around the ideas. Again, ideas, not facts, that feminism promotes. If equality was a thing, trust me, these women would love to take accountability. The catch? Well, they don't. When they make a mistake, such as cheating on a good man, they blame the man and not themselves for being disloyal and talking to a guy who tries to put his dick in her. When a man cheats, looks like it's the end of the world and he's a very bad person. But no one tells you, among other things, that her wife deprived him of sex to literally domesticate him. Speaking of sex, let's focus on this idea that women don't sexualize themselves and it's men who objectify women.
Most female-dominated industries are sex or beauty-related, correct?
That's the way things are right now, and that should change.
Well, right, but why would women want to give up their power?
Because it shouldn't be the only power that we're able to hold in society.
Women default to commodifying themselves. In any space they move into, it becomes sexualized. This is what women focus on. Twitch TV is the most perfect modern example we have of an industry dominated by men, and then women moved in and literally turned it into a shit show of hot tubs and whatever else. Literally, a girl streamer was just having sex on camera for the second time. Twitch only banned her for a week. She came back, did it again.
It's not uncommon to stumble upon women expressing their frustration about feeling objectified by men. Whether it's unsolicited comments or downright creepy messages, the collective rant seems to scream, "Stop reducing us to mere eye candy." Fair enough. Respect and dignity should be the cornerstone of any interaction. However, let's delve into a paradoxical twist that often plays out in the same narrative: the curious case of self-objectification. Scroll through social media or engage in conversations, and you'll encounter women vocalizing their grievances against the notorious pervs. The overarching message is clear: women who want to be seen as more than just physical entities, and rightfully so. No one should be reduced to mere objectification or be subjected to discomfort due to unwarranted advances. But, and it's a big but, enter the realm of social media and a different saga unfolds. Here, some of these very women seem to embrace the game of self-objectification. With carefully crafted images, meticulously filtered to perfection, they beckon the attention they outwardly disdain. It's a paradox that raises eyebrows, calling out external objectification while engaging in a seemingly similar dance. Why the contradiction? The answer lies in the often tumultuous world of validation. In a society where a woman's value is still too often linked to her physical appearance, social media becomes a runway where beauty filters and strategic poses become tools for a game where likes and comments are the coveted prizes. The irony is glaring, craving attention while simultaneously disapproving of those who respond to the invitation. The critique of guys as pervs becomes a tad more complex when juxtaposed with actions that seemingly invite objectification. It's not just about objectification, it's about who gets to control the narrative surrounding attention and desire. Is it a genuine call for respect, or is it a strategic move in the intricate chess game of online interactions? Arguments arise that women flaunting their bodies on their own terms is empowering, a valid viewpoint. However, it gets messy when these actions clash with the vocal disapproval of external objectification. Can one genuinely empower oneself by conforming to beauty standards while simultaneously denouncing those who respond to it? This irony is not solely an individual's dilemma. It's a byproduct of feminist expectations. From a young age, girls are subtly conditioned to believe that their value hinges on their looks. Conflicting messages about embracing sensuality while dodging objectification creates a daily struggle that often plays out on the digital stage. At the same time, though, there's this body positivity movement, so you don't really know where all things stand. The irony of a woman decrying external objectification while simultaneously diving into self-objectification is a head-scratcher. Women don't take accountability, they go to the clubs in gold-digger capitals like Miami and Dubai, dressed in some type of way to get a men's attention. But when they get attention from the men they don't like, well, it's not their fault for being certified hoes. Give me a break. For the time being, let these women live in their fantasy land. They'll regret it when they realize no man really wants them for nothing but sex. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.